just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down, Hilton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Hilton. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run.
Breida, he'll try the right side. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Check, 47. Stop your whining. Check back 47. Watch the curl. Both sevens to Mike.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hilton, he'll find his running back here, Richard. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Off play action. Hilton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Gay's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points we put on the board.
Let's go. 25-yard line. Here we go. 8 read.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
You better be afraid of me.
Looking to throw. Cummins. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
45.
Operating from the gun. Cummins. And that's caught by Smith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator. X3. 218 chopper. Let's go.
From the gun, Cummins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Cummins. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Cummins. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. From the gun, Cummins. And Josh Hill has it. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Hilton, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hilton, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Rush in.
Operating from the gun. Cummins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
You got that right there. Check 43.
On 1st and 10, Hilton. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
He's checking.
They run with Breida. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try to put it in that way.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Matt Breida with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devin White. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's get on.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw on 2nd down, Hilton. He finds his target. It's Evans. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second and 3. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Set up. 56. Mike. 56. Set. Good. Cut. Go. Play outside deep. Set. Cut. Defense. Set. Cut. Check 56. I'm trying to collect. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Throwing on 1st down. Hilton being chased out left. Going to throw deep for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Gay knocks this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Offensively, pretty good execution. Long drive, chews up the remainder of the first half clock, and they finish it off with 3 points.
And what's the best byproduct of the whole thing besides the fact that they got points on the board? They didn't leave the other team any time to mount a drive themselves.
Let's
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at their 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the gun, Cummins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's got Smith here. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. 2nd and 5. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Let's go, baby. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Throwing after the interception. Hilton That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Come on, the ball.
They run again with Breida, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hilton looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Hilton. He completes it to Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hilton. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The end result, 21 yards.
30 base.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
Kamara trying again. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Hilton. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Looking to throw on second down. Cummins. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
45. Mike, 45. Watch the cut. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Cummins looking deep for Hilton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And they'll try the jet sweep here. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Here's Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Let's get it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now a handoff to Richard. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Just a 1 yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. The Saints on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Cummins. And that is incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, will get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I'm here all day.
This is Breida. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Third down. Hilton. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Buccaneers, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told no risk. Now that you wanna be famous, they act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not saving,
Southside blue, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long. That I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit.